everybody, Goawei here, bringing you yet another episode of Ace Academy. If you're new to this channel or new to the series, I highly recommend you go down to the link in the description below and start with the playlist and go from episode 1 and work your way back up to here, unless you want me to spoil everything for you in the next 10 seconds or so. So, now that the warnings are out of the way, let's get back to the game. I checked out the menu on display in the lounge. There's the usual Japanese fare that I can find in the dining hall too. Today's special is Napolitan spaghetti, popularly known as ketchup spaghetti. The bartender approaches me and waits expectantly. Well, I don't know how I feel about ketchup spaghetti. I usually like the more authentic Italian kind because when it comes to ketchup and spaghetti, I don't know how I feel about that. Ketchup on its own with hot dogs are great and everything, and I know there are people out there who are going to say this is heresy. You put ketchup on your hot dog, man, you're doing it wrong. But what can I say? I mean, I like my ketchup, but I don't like it on spaghetti. I can either order the spaghetti or choose something safe, or I think I've lost my appetite. Can I just choose something safe? I take another look at the regular menu. I'll just order a bento. I'll have the bento. The bartender nods. He brings me my order and I take it to an empty table. As soon as I sit down, someone slides into the seat across from me. I'm getting ready to apologize and ask if this table was taken when I take a good look at the girl smiling at me. Well, hello there, May! May?
Is this seat taken?
No. No, you can sit here.
Thanks.
No problem. You're a friendly person, and I want to be friendly with you too. This is a little uncomfortable after what happened yesterday. I think she feels it too.
So, how's Kaori?
I think she's okay. She's starting to understand that maybe you're not being an asshole like she thinks you are. She'll be okay. May nods.
I thought so. I haven't seen her that upset since...
She hesitates. Since Ryota? May blinks, but seems relieved.
Oh, Kaori told you about Ryota?
No, you kinda did, I think. Something like that.
Did she say it was all my fault?
Yeah, pretty much, but I'd like to hear your side of the story too. It was certainly implied. May sighs.
I wish I'd never said anything.
What do you mean? I blink. May doesn't strike me as someone who has many regrets. She's always cheerful and seems to take whatever life throws at her in stride. I think the exact same thing, even though I barely know this girl. I believe that you meant well.
Thanks. If only Kaori could see that. I wasn't trying to ruin her friendship with Ryota, or my friendship with her.
I can understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's more like I don't think she quite grasps that fact, and if you didn't meddle, it might have been better, but I think she would have been hung up too long. You know what? I take that back. May, I think you did the right thing.
They would have been so cute together. You know, if Ryota hadn't been such a jerk. And how awesome would it have been if my two friends ended up together?
Hey, May, are we friends too? Cause I'm thinking about ending up with Kaori too. Are you okay with that? You know, it would be awesome if two of your friends get together. No? Yes? No? Maybe? No? Do I have your approval? Sounds like you were excited for her.
I was. Even back then, Kaori was more reserved around people. She didn't like to show her feelings. So I was so excited when she told me she liked Ryota.
If he was such a jerk, why were you friends with him?
He wasn't always like that. Honestly, I don't know why he exploded the way he did. We used to do everything together. His family even took us on their vacations.
How rich is this guy? His parents are taking other people's kids on vacations?
I knew him back in elementary school when he still had huge glasses and would tell goofy jokes that were too smart to be funny. Kids used to pick on him a lot. So, we entered middle school and he worked hard to change his image.
So I'm guessing he made like a whole 180 degrees on the way he looks, and then he became a jerk after that because he finally started feeling too superior for you guys.
He lost the glasses and became more serious. The more I think about it, the more I think he stuck with us out of obligation, rather than true feeling. We were his only friends for a long time, until he hit his growth spurt. Then all the girls were suddenly interested.
May looks thoughtful.
Actually, I think it was when the other girls started to notice him that Kaori liked him too.
Really? Do you still keep in touch with him?
Of course not.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. Stay away from him. She hits the table for emphasis.
I told him all that stuff in confidence, thinking maybe it would give him a push to make a move. Well, he made a move, all right. He went out of his way to hurt Kaori. What kind of friend is that? That's not a person I want to associate with.
I like her.
It's just frustrating that Kaori would lump me into the same category as him.
That sounds like her. This explains so much. Why even bother? This explains so much. Thank you, May.
Huh? For what?
I finally understand why Kaori acts so Kaori-like. May's eyes widen.
You think I turned her into that?
It makes sense. She's withdrawn, quick to make judgments, stubborn. May laughs.
She's sort of always been like that.
Wait, what?
I think.
Get your story straight, woman. Don't tell me half of the story and tell me you think it's right, even though you're kind of saying it's not.
She's always been stubborn, at least.
Okay, that I can accept. If it's been so long, why do you still try so hard with her? May looks at me as if I've sprouted a third arm.
She's my friend. I left her alone for a while so she could cool off. And I admit, I was angry at her for a long time too. But then I saw her withdraw completely. No one should be alone. I know she hasn't forgiven me yet, but she will.
How can you be so sure?
It might take her a little longer, but in the end, Kaori always sees reason.
May is completely confident that Kaori will forgive her. That must be how she can still act so familiarly with her, even though Kaori doesn't reciprocate those feelings. I have to admit, I kind of admire May for that. I really do.
Anyway, since I really didn't get the chance to say it yesterday, congrats on your win.
I blink. Oh, thanks.
But don't get used to it. Ana Bugeisha has a lot of practicing to do. It won't be that easy the next time we battle.
Is it Ana Bugeisha or Ona Bugeisha? Or Ona Bugeisha? I don't even know the name anymore. Forget it. I'm going back to Obi. Forget it, everyone. Obi. You call that easy? You're still going to lose. This was a good fight. You call that easy? I wouldn't say that was easy. Your team put up quite a good fight. May grins.
I know.
From the corner of my eye, I spot Kaori and Sho enter the pilot's lounge. Sho's still alive and in one piece. They must have worked they must have worked things out with each other. Yeah, if I recall, Sho was about to call Kaori it's a word that rhymes with witch, and it starts with a B. So I was expecting him to be dead. But it's good that my brosef is not dead. That's a relief. Kaori searches the room and briefly makes eye contact with me before glancing away. Then to my surprise, she walks over to us. Sho follows. May is just as surprised when Kaori and Sho sits with us.
What's going on, brosif?
Not much, I'm just talking to May. She's congratulating us on our win. Nothing much. Where's Mayu?
Class.
I look over at Kaori. Hey, Kaori.
Hi.
Why are these conversations so short? She looks sideways at May.
Hi, May.
She said hi to me! May doesn't react right away. Then squeals in delight and throws her arms around Kaori.
Hi!
Oh my god, this is awesome!
May! Stop it!
Don't stop it! Don't stop it! She needs all the love she can get. Kaori pulls away in a huff while May laughs. The four of us continue to chat together. The tensions felt from yesterday are completely gone, as if the day never happened. May even got Kaori to laugh. Eventually, we all go our separate ways as everyone heads to their class or other obligations. I still have some free time. Huh, so I'm hanging out with Mayu. I have no other choice. I'm sorry guys, but she's like the most forgotten girl in the whole series. You can even ask the developers this. But regardless, I guess we'll spend some time with Mayu. Mayu and I discover we both share an interest in music. She plays the violin while I play the piano. After we got to talking about music, Mayu promised she'd play for me. True to her word, Mayu did end up playing for me. I jokingly mentioned we should start a band, but she was receptive to the idea, so we decided to go for it. Oh, I make my way to the music room. I finally convinced Mayu we should expand the band, and we're now holding auditions for our newest member. After Mayu played for me for the first time, she's loosened up a lot and we've been jamming regularly together. I found a flyer from local musicians. The community is sponsoring a talent night for both bands and solo artists. I know Mayu and I are ready to compete, and after much cajoling? I'm sorry guys, I'm terrible with words. Cajoling! I got her agreed to sign up. I'm assuming they meant I got her to agree to sign up? The only problem is a band is considered 3 people or more. Neither of us wants to perform alone, so the only thing left to do is recruit a 3rd member. Mayu is already setting up the music room when I arrive. Hi Mayu! She pauses and smiles when she sees me.
Hi, you made it. Of course you made it, but you're early, which is nice. Not that I think you can't be early to things, but...
Are you okay, Mayu? Her voice fades and she drops her gaze. I'm a little nervous too. Mayu flashes me an appreciative smile.
I hope we find someone good.
I'm sure we will. Same here.
There will only be singers auditioning today, right?
I mean, we're both already like composing / playing instruments, so yeah, I think the best thing to have is a singer at this point. Yeah, I think having a vocalist will best complement our sound. Mayu nods.
I agree.
I help her move some of the clutter to the corner of the room and set up a long table with chairs in the middle of the room for us to sit. This is the judges' table. Mayu sits at the table while I poke my head out into the hallway. Will the first audition please enter the room? As I return to my seat, a short student with slick-backed hair walks in. He changed out of his uniform and his shirt hangs loosely over his small frame. I squint to get a better look and notice his shirt is decorated with all different types of footwear. Sandals, flip-flops, etc. Huh. This is going to be interesting. Mayu's brow is furrowed and she wears a hesitant smile. She seems just as apprehensive as I am. Hello, what's your name? The boy wears a goofy grin. Is this guy not supposed to have voicing? Hi, I'm Bill Heng. What are you going to sing today?
She humps.
Okay, so they just probably missed that voice portion. She humps. Mayu and I glance at each other. This was a popular song back when we were kids. I nod. Whenever you're ready. Bill flashes us another lopsided grin as he belts out a tune. He begins to bounce his knees and stiffly jerk his hips from side to side. He sings in a monotone and his cadence feels almost robotic. Paired with his strange dancing, he reminds me of someone gaining use of their limbs for the first time. So basically he's a terrible dancer, is what they're saying. She humps. Can you imagine like him thrusting his hips and everything right now? Oh. Alright, that's enough excitement for today. Thank you for joining me. We're hitting close to that 15-minute mark. So, as usual, if you like the content I provided, please hit that like button. If you want to keep up with my most recent updates, as I do upload every single day, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And last but not least, Follow me on Twitter and Facebook if you want to keep up with updates, as I believe that sometimes there are problems with the sub notifications. So it's best that you follow me on those mediums, and it'll be easier for you to keep up with all my updates. And last but not least, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.